What's up, everybody? Charlie Marlow here. Got some breaking news. Just got the text from Cardinals PR that Jordan Walker, who was removed from today's Grapefruit League game, Cardinals and Astros, at the time it was announced that he was removed for precautionary reasons. But Jordan Walker, who's 20 years old, who's setting the Grapefruit League on fire right now, has a right shoulder strain. So right shoulder strain for Jordan Walker, removed from the game. He is considered day-to-day according to Cardinals PR, and Jordan Walker will be reevaluated tomorrow on Sunday. So some breaking news. Jordan Walker removed from the Grapefruit League game against the Astros. He has a right shoulder strain, considered day-to-day, and will be reevaluated tomorrow on Sunday. Now here's some talk about Jordan Walker and what he's done so far during spring training, hitting home runs, leading the Grapefruit League in, hell, almost every category. So take a look. Just for Jeff Jones, give me your biggest Cardinals spring training storyline so far. What do you think is the hottest story for the Cardinals right now?
It's Jordan Walker, and I think it's Jordan Walker by a lot. You know, I think going into this spring, a lot of us sort of looked at where the Cardinals were in terms of the guys they had who can play the outfield and maybe the way that you would traditionally look at top prospects being handled around baseball. And I think a fair assessment would have been, okay, look, Walker's going to get into some spring games. Maybe he's going to get off to a good start. Maybe he's not. And the Cardinals can slow pedal it in such a way to where they give him a shot to make the team, but not really, kind of, right? We've seen that before. But I think that they're giving him a shot.
So here's a guy that, I feel like he got way bigger, not just in good weight muscle, but 6'6", 250. This guy is going to be a legit power hitter. And I think it's also the athleticism that a lot of people are excited about. That first game, of course, he hits the 430-foot homer, but then he legs out an infield single, and he's running, 29 feet per second.
Right.
Again, I want to manage expectations, but it does seem like this guy can do it all.
It does. And, for me, it was really interesting watching him in the opening weeks of camp and getting some shot in kind of that live BP setting against some of the more advanced hitters. And it was really fascinating to watch. Like, you could see progress day over day with him. You could see him have one day have an appearance against Drew Verhagen, for example, where he got diced up. Verhagen threw him, fastball and 3 curveballs, and Walker got torn up and struck out and went back to the dugout. Then a day later, he's in the box against Ryan Helsley, and then all of a sudden, that's a 9-pitch at bat. Now, he still struck out. Helsley bounced a slider 2 feet in front of the plate, and he was way in front of it. So, struck out, didn't look great, but you could see the progress. The at-bats got better. Then all of a sudden, we get to game action, and, he has that at-bat against Johnny Cueto where, look, it's an 88-mile-an-hour sinker, and Cueto is 48 years old or whatever he is. But it wasn't center cut, right? Like, it was inner half. It was off the inside of the plate, and you see him pull the hands in, get around it, and hit a ball to a spot where people don't hit a ball at Roger Dean. You mentioned the speed, the tools. Right before that infield single, he fouled the ball off his foot. So he got to that sprint speed after literally fouling the ball off his foot the pitch before. So, yeah, he's a special athlete. And he's getting to a point where eventually the knock is going to be loud enough that the Cardinals are going to have to force him down rather than look for reasons to pull him up.
Matt Emlow says, what's your over-under on Walker making the opening day roster? I think right now, if you're a betting person, which I am, I think he's on the opening day roster. You can't keep him off at this point. You just can't. The way he's hitting right now. Now, look, you got opening day 3 weeks from yesterday. So he's got some time to cool off. But right now, if you're saying yes or no, it's got to be yes. So if he starts to really struggle, some other guys pick up the pace, it could change the conversation. Right now, for me, he's on the Cardinals opening day roster.